Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at an RDA. It is this one here from Swedish Vaper. It's called the Hotrod RDA. It is, as you can see, a 24mm RDA. Bottom airflow, does come with a Squonk Pin. Big plus in my book. Vapes very well. A big thank you to Heaven Gifts for sending this on to me for review. And I have to say, right off the bat, the thought that's gone into this RDA, into the design by the Swedish Vaper, is just unbelievable. He thought about every little bit of this. To what it's supposed to resemble a piston head. I'll show you more in the up close. I really, hats off to him for the design of this. And we haven't really seen an RDA with a window since sort of back in the Tsunami, when the Tsunami brought out their window version of the Tsunami RDA. But this one is I think it's up there in the uniqueness, I think, as far as the design goes. It's a dual coil RDA. Bottom airflow, like I said, it is adjustable airflow as well. Squonkable, fantastic. I like the conical drip tip on here as well. It comes in 3 different colours. It is made of stainless steel, and it just looks great, I think. That airflow, you'll see a close up of the airflow when we go down below, but it is so smooth. It is unbelievable. I'm not, like I said, I'm not normally a fan of bottom airflow RDAs, primarily because they tend to leak. Although I haven't had any leaking issues with this one whatsoever. I haven't over squonked it. I've been kind of careful with it. But the airflow is super smooth. It really is. Beautiful airflow. Not loud, not noisy, nothing. It's just so smooth. So before I go into any more details about it, let's drop down and have an up close and personal tour around the Hotrod RDA and its packaging. Okay guys, so here we are with the Hotrod RDA from Swedish Vaper, 24mm. The box it comes in, you've got a 24mm dual coil RDA with V10 airflow block under the hood, piston top cap, 810 drip tip, large fuel reservoir. Quite good. I like the packaging. I like everything going on here. Inside then you get a little mechanic's handbook. It's quite cool, that. I really like it. It's a really nice touch. So you've got instructions in all various different languages. Underneath here then we get, so you've got Swedish Vaper going on there, you've got the top cap, your build deck, your drip tip. Pull this away. We also do get a spare little glass segment, because there is glass in the top cap. Do get some cotton. We also get our bag of goodies, so a little blue screwdriver, some spare screws. We do have a gold plated Squonk Pin, some coils, some spare seals, and then we have a conical drip tip, honeycomb effect. In case any of you don't know who the Swedish Vaper is, he created the Hive Squonk mod with the Dinky RDA that I reviewed previously. awesome little bit of kit. If you want to check back on that review. So we'll have a look at our top cap then. So the top cap is designed to look like a piston on the top there, and you do have this viewing window here to view your coils. You do have some doming going on the inside there as well. Now the replacement glass segment, so if you unscrew this top piece here, nice smooth threads on there, and you do have a little O-ring there, so just be careful not to lose that, and then your glass segment will pop out just like so. Nice and easy for cleaning. So moving along to the build deck. So you've got hot rod going on here on the bottom, and that is your AFC ring, so you can close off the airflow, 1 hole, 2 holes, whatever you do on one side will be exactly the same on the other. On the bottom then you do have a gold plated 510 pin designed by Swedish Vaper, hot rod and a serial number there. And this AFC ring, it will come off. I won't take it off, but you can see there it does pop off, so you can pop that off to clean it if you so wish. Top cap, then you've got these 2 O-rings to keep that on there, so when you pop your top cap on, you've got that viewing window that you're going to be able to see your coils through, which is a nice added feature. I think we did see this previously as far back as when the tsunami with the window, the Tsunami RDA with the window. So then on the base you can see the machining there is nice, everything's nice and clean on this RDA. You've got then V10, so you've got 5 airflow holes either side, meaning that this is your V10 airflow, and it looks, I think it looks superb in there. To clamp down your leads then you've got these flathead gold plated screws. It's gone with the old school 2-post design, as it is a hot rod, a bit old school, so why not? It works so well. So what we need to do now is pop a couple of coils in there. Okay, so there we have our coils positioned in the hot rod. I have spaced them out a little bit just to cover over all that airflow. Now one thing I didn't mention is the Squonk Pin. So I have actually swapped out the Squonk Pin. As you can see with this undercoil airflow, there's nothing in the center for the juice to get out, and where it is at the side of this post here. You've got a couple of little holes there, so when you squeeze the juice is going to come up and it's going to sit in this deck here. So let's give this a little dry burn, make sure they're glowing all nice and evenly, which they should do. This one just needs a little bit of work. That's about it. So all we need to do is put some cotton in there. So there we go, we've got our cotton in there. I just need to then tuck it down in underneath the coils. Make sure not to pack it down too tight. As always, leave a little bit of room under a coil, although with this sort of airflow you don't have to, so to speak. Just tidy it up. Just like that, and then So we've got our little holes there for our juice, so when we give that a squeeze, see the juice coming out there either side. You've got to be careful with this one not to over squonk it, as it is going to leak. So there we go, I've moved the cotton away slightly from the posts. Seems to squonk a little bit better. Give it a little test fire. There we go. So the drip tip on there, you can see the conical drip tip, although all your 810 goon style drip tips will fit just fine. Pop our top cap on. You can see the coils in through a little viewing window. Let's go back up on top and have a little vape. Okay guys, so that was the up close and personal tour around the Hotrod RDA by the Swedish Vaper. Like I said, and like you saw, the design and the packaging, everything, how it's done is just brilliant. Even the instruction manual, the mechanic's handbook, it looks great. And I think like we saw with the Hive Squonk kit, he tries to interact with the consumer or the customer or the vapors, and he continues this in his manual. There's a little piece in the manual here. It says when cleaning you can take it all apart, which you saw it's very easy to take apart. When reassembling, lubricate all seals, and then in brackets the rubber kind that seal the RDA, not the cute animals. In other few little bits, he goes on to say, why not try your hand at making a mod from the tin? Join the DIY modding scene in style. I mean, yeah, you could pop a 510 on the top and make this into a mod, although it would be a bit big and bulky. But I mean, it's just nice to see people, designers, you know, trying to interact with the vapors, which you don't see from these big companies. I really like that about Swedish Vaper. Like I can't fault the design of this RDA whatsoever. Yeah, it may be a little bit novelty, I don't know, but it functions fantastic. It really, really does. I quite enjoy it. Big pluses in my book is the fact that you can take this all apart the way you can. That top cap, the way the top piece of the piston head, you can unscrew, pop it off, change the glass out, and it comes with a replacement glass just in case anything should happen to the one that's installed. Makes it so much easier to clean. Your airflow, I like the way you can reduce it down, although some people might say as a negative that it's only dual coil, you can't put a single coil in there, but it is what it is. Doesn't come with a 510 adapter, which is something that some people may again find a negative. However, I mean, these days with the amount of little blue screwdrivers and 510 adapters that people are getting, you know, it's one of those. You probably have one knocking around that you could use, so it's no biggie for me. I quite like that conical drip tip, and the fact that any 810 drip tip you can pop on there if you've got some to hand. All in all, it's a fantastic little bit of kit. It's easy to build on. It's two post. It's not your velocity style. It's the old traditional style two post design, but then again it's a hot rod, so it's supposed to be old school, so it's going back to the old school two post decks. The window although it does get fogged up, you can still see it working away. You can still see it. It is what it is. It's fantastic. It's just something that we haven't seen for a while with RDAs. I think one thing that really shines through with this RDA is the Swedish Vaper, who put a lot of time and effort into designing this, cares. He's a vapor at heart, and he cares, and he wanted to make something that had a lot of thought put into it, and that's what makes it for me. That's what I think the industry is a bit lacking, is designers. They just put a chip in something, make it look nice, and make it work. And with tanks and RDAs, it's all the same principle. But this is sort of one of the first RDAs that we've seen come out where somebody's made it a bit novel and put a lot of thought into it and a lot of creativity into designing an RDA that had a concept. And I think that's one of the first that I've seen to do that, which, I mean, it's a major plus in my book. It really is. If you want to get your hands on one of these, I will pop some links in the description below. I also do have a little discount code that Heaven Gifts have given to me, so I will pop that in the description below. If you want to get your hands on one of these, check them out by all means. But from me and the Hotrod RDA, that's all we've got time for. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.